Dana, we are heading into a decent weekend, although we might feel that cool air.
I think it's really going to feel like late October.
Okay.
I mean, it is late October, but I think that's when we're really going to get the vibes. The leaves have started falling off the trees. We're approaching that past peak in November. It's right around the corner.
Yes,
I know,
it is.
hard to think about, but here's a look at some of our high temperatures for today. A lot of us were able to get into the mid and upper 50s, even a few low 60s. Got to a high of 61 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, high of 61 as well as in Wiscasset, high of 60 in Calais today, only a high of 46 though up in Rangeley. We have this upper level low that's been parked over us for a few days now, and that's the reason why things have been a little bit unsettled. So today we did see some sunshine earlier in the day, but an increase in cloud cover later in the afternoon and early evening, and now a little bit of shower activity too. So this little band of showers right now moving through areas of New Hampshire will continue to traverse from west to east, so you might see a couple of sprinkles as we go throughout the rest of this evening and during the overnight hours. So about 11 p.m. those move through areas like Waterville towards the Bangor area, and then getting to down East Maine and far northern Maine by early tomorrow morning. So tomorrow we start out the day with a bit of sunshine, but overall it's a day of a mixture of sun and clouds, and those high temperatures won't be nearly as warm. In fact, it'll only be just barely over 50 degrees for a high temperature in the afternoon. Again, mixture of sun and clouds there, perhaps an isolated shower, but more likely we'll see an isolated shower on Sunday. And in some of those higher elevations, look, a couple of snow showers popping up too. So it'll be even cooler during the day Sunday. In fact, a lot of us won't even get out of the upper 40s for those high temperatures. More clouds than sun and a better chance of an isolated shower when compared to tomorrow. And then next week is where things get interesting. The beginning of the week remains a little bit unsettled with some more clouds and a few chances of showers, but then we've been watching our computer models for what's going to happen for the second half of the week, and the agreement has been less than good. The European model, for example, puts in a much more robust and much more organized system, and that comes in Thursday into Friday, Friday being Halloween, and brings us a lot of rain. However, the GFS doesn't agree at all. It doesn't combine a lot of different factors together, and in fact gives us almost no rain at all. A lot of that rain actually goes farther to our east. So I think the best way to play it right now is to definitely expect more precipitation as we go into the second half of the week, but we'll try to nail down as we get throughout the weekend and next week just how much that would be and the timing, especially with Halloween and that holiday weekend coming in. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet. Ocean temperature is 55. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. So for the next few days, I think it's going to feel pretty similar, and that's going to be a little bit cloudier and a little bit cooler than it has been. So a mix of sun and clouds for the day tomorrow, high temperatures about 50 or slightly above. And then we have that chance of an isolated shower for Sunday. It's going to be cloudier than Saturday. High temperatures, upper 40s, low 50s. I think it's going to feel especially cool on that day, especially with that lack of sunshine. And then that instability remains through Monday and Tuesday, a bit cloudier, again a little bit cool. And then Brian and Amanda, we're really watching for the end of next week. It looks certifiably weird. So we'll certainly keep a very close eye on that. I would say play for some rain right now, but we'll nail more of those details down coming up.
Yeah, it looks wet one way or another. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Dana, thank you.